Jose, what's this like for you? You've been through this so many times now. You're sort of the elder statesman as far as training camps with the Raptors go. So what does that mean as far as your role on this team?
Well, thanks to Jamal, I'm still not the older one. But no, it's nice. Time goes fast, and this is my 8th training camp with the Raptors. And, yeah, it's great. I don't know if I was expecting to be here that long. I'm not saying that the Raptors are here in the NBA. You never know when you arrive here as point guard from Spain, or even drafted. So it was kind of like nice. It was a dream, but now this dream, I think it was more than expected. It was great, and it's a great career. So all this year being here, and the possibility to play against the better players the best players in the world, and hopefully can do a little bit longer.
Physically, you talk to some guys, and they've had sort of a few months to decompress, relax, get physically in shape. Guys who went to the Olympics, though, it's a different story. How do you feel going into camp?
I feel great. The whole summer we worked really, really hard with the national team for sure. But after we got that almost a month to rest again and get the body ready, and now I've been working in Toronto for these last 2 weeks, and I think everybody, and we're feeling good, and I talked to Linas as well. And yes, maybe you're a little tired, but as soon as you start training camp, everything goes back to normal, and we'll be ready for the start of the season for sure.
Do you want this?
One of the things Brian mentioned was this team has a bit of a feel like back in 06 and 07 when the team took that big jump and it had brought a number of new players with big expectations. How does this group feel to you? Do you have that same feeling? Is this a similar situation?
Well, it's always hard, and I never like to compare teams or what if, whatever. But still, I think yes, we did a pretty good jump last year. I think we show we are a different team. We changed the mentality. I think the coach did a great job in that situations, and we just not go out there and lose by 20 or 30. I think every game last year, this team compete against the good teams. They know that good teams, but. And we add more talent. We had some guys like really can play basketball, and they show in the leagues, or even the rooks. I think the rookies are doing a great job, and the little bit I could see about them, they're great players. So when you add more talent to a team who was improving last year, for sure we gotta be better. And I think the chemistry is pretty good, and the guys down and ready to work, and that's really important when you got guys who really like to. What we're doing and enjoying playing basketball. I think the main thing for a team is everybody got to be in that same page, and that's what I've been seeing these days, and when we play a scrimmage and we've been, playing against each other, but at the end of the day, we're teammates and we're trying to get better and as a team, so it's pretty interesting.
How do you feel about the fact that, as Brian said, players at every position are going to be competing?
It's always good. I think you got to compete to get better. And it's good when you gotta, practice every day. I told the other day about this, like in Europe or Spain, for example. In my case, it's always different. It depends how you work during the week. There is no first unit or second unit. If you practice hard, if everything goes well during the week, or the matchup is better for you or better for another teammate, that's what the coach make decisions. And so it's good to get that kind of competition every day in practice. So everybody's you don't disconnect and just get ready for games. It's like you got to be every day ready, and you're going to have some better games, some better practices than others, but still, it's always good for the team.
What advice do you have to the rookies coming in, whether it's Jonas or Terrence or Quincy, guys who've never been through what they're about to experience over the next month?
I think they just got to, do what they've been doing the whole life. This is just basketball. And I think that was my approach when I arrived here. If they ask me for advice, that's what I'm going to tell them. Just play, just enjoy, do what you do. Don't try to do too much. Let the game come to you and wait for your opportunity to do everything. Don't think what you want to do. If they just play basketball, they'll be all right. It's just training camp, it's just practice. There is nothing new you can do in the NBA or a drill like you didn't do before in college or in high school. So it's just basketball. It's just you got to go out there and have fun and enjoy your teammates. And I think if you do that, they'll be all right.
Are you concerned that your role will change with this team and your minutes might be reduced a little bit this year?
I don't know if they're going to be reduced. We don't even start training camp, so not sure at all. Maybe, Dwayne could answer that, but I think not even him know if we're going to be reduced or no without a training camp yet, so not sure.
Does it matter though ultimately, or is it all about winning and getting results on the floor?
That's what I'm thinking about every time, and I think if you guys, for 7 years, I think I've been saying the same thing. If you want to win, it's a team. We got the sample, a lot of sample, but Miami won last time, and because they start playing as a team, they couldn't win when they didn't. When you do that, you got more chance to win. You cannot win by yourself. Nobody can play 48 minutes for 82 games, so it's a team.
José, you've played both with and against good point guard. What's your take on Kyle?
I think he's a great player. He can score a lot. I think he was he got a big jump last year. I think I like the way he was playing, and bad luck he got that little injury at the end. But he was an all-star caliber player. He was close. He was in every lottery to be an all-star in the West, and he was playing great. I think he's gonna give us that scoring punch sometime. He can score, he can play in different positions, and he can play defense in different positions as well. So he's a great player to have in our team for sure.
José, with this being the final year of the contract, does that change anything for you this season? Is there any added pressure for you?
Not really. I think there is always pressure in the NBA. I think you got to be out there in front of a lot of people, just not in the stands, everywhere in the world watching you. I think it's enough pressure to try to play good every night and try to do your best. So for me, it's not changing. It's the opposite. I think after all these years, what you learn in the NBA is like you don't know what's going to happen. There is a lot of stuff you cannot control, so that you don't have to be worried about that stuff. The only thing I can control is just give everything for my team, try to help my teammates to get better. Sometimes it sounds like we always say the same thing, but it's the only way to win games. It's the only way to be a better teammate or a better person, and that's all you can do. So, not really. There is the same kind of pressure. There is the same feeling. There is the same thing. The only thing, I'm like just 1 year older. That's all.
Has enough changed with this team to give you some, real optimism that this is a potential playoff team?
I think after we did last year, yes, because I think we saw. I feel really comfortable out there when coach arrived, and I think everybody the mentality he got, the way he approached the games is the correct way to do it and to win games, and we gotta keep building on that. I think, like I said, like when you add better players to that kind of team improving and that young guys getting better, yes, I think in the East we weren't that far to be a little bit closer to the playoff last year. We can do it for sure. I think we got to be optimistic, but like I said, we are in a tough division at the same time. We got maybe the best 4 teams, and Miami in our division to go for a championship. So, well, we got to start from the beginning. But like I said, we compete against everybody last year, so I really hope we're gonna keep that way and getting better and keep competing against everybody, and we can win a lot of games for sure.
You obviously 2 young kids. Do you have a new one?
Yeah, I got a new one. Yeah, for sure. For sure, it's tough. Sometimes you gotta be off, but basketball is not really long career. I think my family, it's always been great with me, and we always try to spend as much most possible time together, But yeah, the Olympics was tough. I just got a newborn, and so I went to London by myself. But my wife was with the family at home, so everything was good, and they were here with me from the beginning. We've been here for 3 weeks. Everybody said it's 8 years for my wife. So we got friends outside of basketball. It's kind of like this is our home, We spend almost more time here than anywhere else. 8 years on a row with my wife. I think Toronto is the it gotta be the place where we live more. So everything is good, Sometimes it's tough, but it's like every other job. Sometimes there is people who can see the kids a little bit more or less, but as soon as there is, really good chemistry, like we always talk about basketball, it's the same thing. I think our relationship is great, and so it's no problem. We understand what we gotta do, and we're happy about it.
And when was your new one born?
May. So it's 4 months now. Jaime. Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you.